Hey guys, welcome back to the Koliwe Cooks channel. My name is Koliwe, your neighborhood home cook who loves to share her recipes. Today, I have got a slasher, our dessert, two of South Africa's favorite desserts, smashed into one beautiful decadent dessert. You guessed it, it is a Malva pudding milk tart. What, you ask? Well, if you want to see what that is, you need to continue watching. But before doing that, I think let's just get this out of the way. Subscribe, like, comment, do all the lovely things. I've got all of the ingredients down below. So guys, I don't want to waste any more of your time. Exciting recipe coming up. Please enjoy and get cooking. Do the ingredients list quickly. We're going to use 2 large eggs, 1 tablespoon of apricot jam, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 teaspoon of vinegar, 1 cup of cake flour. You can use all-purpose flour as well. And lastly, 1/3 of a cup of milk. That's our ingredients for the Malva pudding, the sponge part of the Malva pudding. So you're gonna crack 2 eggs into the sugar. So here's our sugar, which is 3/4 of a cup. And our 2 large eggs go in, and then we're gonna mix this through until it's nice and fluffy, until it looks like lemon basically. Now I'm gonna add my apricot jam. This is 1 tablespoon, and we're done with that. Just gonna mix that through before we move on as well. To that, I'm going to add my vinegar. You can use any kind of vinegar. I used apple cider because that's what I had, but literally any vinegar will do the job. And then my butter, I've now melted it, also goes in. Let's mix again. Now we are gonna do the dry ingredients. Here's my flour. Just gonna sift that through. Adding to that the bicarbonate of soda or baking soda. So normally you would sift your salt too, but I know that I ground mine freshly, so it doesn't have like a very fine grind. That's why I'm adding it separately like I am now. I'm mixing this through, but before I do so, I'm adding the milk. So you see, I'm adding the milk before even mixing the dry ingredients through. Just gonna add it on the side so it's easier. That is everything that goes into a Malva pudding. We now just mix everything through. Okay, first things first, we're using this cooking spray. Okay, so these go into the oven at 170 degrees. So while the Malva pudding is in the oven cooking, let's make our sauce. We have heavy cream, and then we have butter, and then we have sugar, of water, of vanilla. We basically just want everything to melt together. That's all it is. That's your sauce. And there we have it. Our sauce is ready. There we go. So I'm using one of my measuring scoops to pour the sauce into the little, I'm literally filling it all the way up. I want it to go in. Remember to do this immediately as your Malva gets out of the oven. Here's a beautiful deliciousness. Look how it soaks up the sauce. I wanted to show you what I'm gonna do next in order to fit in my milk tart mixture. So this is the size I came up with, but I removed them from the actual molds in order for me to kind of create this mold that will then fill our milk tart filling. So I just take foil and I cut it long like that, and then I just go across like so. Then I just try and straighten. And all you're doing is just putting it in the mold like so. And then you take one of these Malva pudding and then shove them in with your hand. Honestly, I don't think anything would work as good as your hand will for this. And there we go. Look at that, perfect. Here's 1 cup of milk. This is for the filling, what would normally be your milk tart filling. So this is full cream milk, and 1 stick of cinnamon. I'm just gonna let that warm up. We don't want it to boil, but we just want it to heat up and infuse quickly. While our milk is heating up, let's mix the rest of the ingredients. We have some sugar, then we have an egg, large egg. I always use large eggs, especially for baking. So we're gonna mix this through. We have 1.5 tablespoons of cake flour and 1.5 tablespoons of corn flour. And then I'm just sifting them in. When you're baking, just get into the habit of sifting things through. There we go. I'm just gonna mix that in as well. But this is the mixture you're looking for. I'm tempering it so that it doesn't cook my eggs. And then I'm reintroducing my egg mixture, which as you can see is perfectly tempered. So here we're just gonna stir it until it thickens. Literally, I'm reducing my heat to about medium. And you can do this with a spatula, but I love using a whisk for this kind of thing because it ensures there aren't any lumps while we thicken up our sauce. So actually, this is the time to vigorously, and I mean vigorously, whisk. I'm gonna reduce my heat now. Look how crazy that is. It's come together. And that, my friends, is it. That's all we're trying to do. My heat is now off. Now I'm adding my vanilla essence and my butter. So we're gonna stir this together just until the butter fully melts. And yeah, how quick and easy was that? I want to use a piping bag for the milk tart. Okay, let's bring back our tartlets, and yeah. Over here we've got cinnamon sugar, equal parts cinnamon to sugar. Just mixed it through on here. So all I'm doing now is I'm gonna take pinches and try to sprinkle all over the top of my tarts. I've kept these in the fridge for 1 hour, and this is the moment of truth. Oh my god. Beauties. So you literally just peel it off. We have come to the end of our video. Trust and believe that you will not regret having watched this, and more importantly, trying this at home. As mentioned before, I have all my ingredients in the description box. Please have a look, go buy, go try. The last thing we need to do, of course, before leaving is taste this baby girl. Like, this is what you call a delicious dessert. The milk tart is creamy and decadent, and then it comes together with our lovely Malva pudding. Brings through this creaminess that you normally would get from your custard. We have come to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, do take care.